International Labour Organization ILO Director-General Gilbert Houngbo is leading the charge on the Global Coalition for Social Justice, a multilateral initiative that aims to accelerate progress towards the Sustainable Development Goals by championing social justice on a global scale. The DGILO had a conversation with journalists in Abuja, the nation's capital. The conversation centered on bringing together governments, employers, workers, and other stakeholders to promote social justice and decent work. KAFTAN correspondent Victoria Ayorinde has the details.
To promote social justice in the workspace, the Director-General of the International Labour Organization, Gilbert Houngbo, has emphasized the importance of social dialogue in driving human-centered policies to ensure job creation, good wages, and social security. Speaking at a conversation meeting that convened various stakeholders, the meeting is said to align with the ILO's mission to promote decent work and social justice worldwide.
Uniting both governments, employers, and workers remain fundamental in addressing today's challenges and shaping an inclusive economic future. Social dialogue must drive human-centered economic transformation, including technological transformation, ensuring job creation aligned with fair wages, social protection, and sustainable practices. As Africa's largest economy, Nigeria has a responsibility to lead by example in developing inclusive and sustainable labor policies.
Stakeholders present include Mohammed Fall, UN Resident and Humanitarian Coordinator and Minister of Labour Representative, and other stakeholders who are advocating for inclusive policies to address economic challenges and ensure equal access of workers to opportunities.
Economic hardship is something that we are experiencing. We are experiencing it through the high number of people who live with limited resources. We say that people who live with below the poverty line could be up to more than 60% of the population. And if you translate it in the context of Nigeria, in terms of absolute number, it's over 100 million people. We have seen also that unemployment is also spread across all segments of society, but impacting mostly the young people who are the generation for the future and who are the future and the dividend of this country.
It's a starting point for the conversation for government, that indeed government is taking bold actions to see how we can change the narrative about Nigeria and its citizens.
Other stakeholders also emphasized the need for collective action to tackle decent work deficits and foster equitable opportunities worldwide.
When it comes to the issue of the ILO and social justice, comrades, let's be clear. The ILO was formed principally to address the issue of injustices at the workplace, community, economies, and embodied, emphasized by the injustice felt by workers.
I think one of the things we have to do, and I will use the word we, not only the employers, because the workers also have a fundamental role to play. The government also have a fundamental role to play. And one of them is increasing investment in education and skills and skill development. Government cannot do it alone. And if you check the whole of Africa, the budget for education, this is quite appalling across Africa. Why is it so? Government will say competing needs, competing circumstances will force them not to allocate as much to education. Is it enlightened self-interest? It's all for us to judge.
The economy thrives in an era of insecurity and war. If I tell you the demography of insecurity in this country today, you know why we are having some of the challenges. You know why we are having problems with productivity.
And we are talking about labor inclusion, that as we speak, 20 years now, since the labor bill was aided by the International Labour Organization, but today we have not seen the light of the day. So Your Excellency, there is need to look into that aspect of it.
The Global Coalition for Social Justice is a critical step towards achieving social justice and decent work for all. As Houngbo notes, social justice makes societies and economics function more cohesively and productively by reducing poverty and hunger, inequalities and social tensions. Victoria Ayoride for KAFTAN TV.